What's good with it, Black Ghost TV family? It's your boy Fluence. We back at it again, another day, feeling great, doing the best we can to make a way. You feel me? Look, I got some Fluence boxing news for y'all. Y'all can already see it. Chris Colbert says, look, Earl Spence, I'm accepting the challenge. I ain't scared. I'm going to fight your guy, Frank Martin. You saying I'm ducking, I'm weaving, I want to stay away. But guess what? I ain't the one to have any time to play. Let's make this fight happen now instead of far away. You see what I did there? So Chris Colbert is saying he wants the Frank Martin fight. Earl Spence was saying you don't want to fight Frank. That's my guy. There's no way you want that smoke just yet. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's gonna be a firefight if it really happens, if it really comes through. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty. We're gonna read the article. We're gonna see what's popping off. We're gonna see what it's saying. We're gonna see if this is all just smoke and mirrors. We're gonna see if this is promotional shit. We're gonna see if there's any legitimacy to it. But from what I'm seeing, what I'm reading, all the reports, it looks like Chris Colbert's like, hey, yo, I want to fight. You saying I'm scared. I want to fight. You saying I don't want to fight your fighter, Earl Spence. So I'm saying I want to fight. Let's make it happen before the end of the year. So the only person and the only way that this cannot make it, the only way I can't fight him now is Frank Martin don't agree to it. All right. So smart move by Chris Colbert if that's the case, but we don't know yet. We're going to get into it as always, man. If y'all come up in here, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all always. Look, come support it. Subscribe to the channel, man. Need the subscriptions, man. Need to show some love, man. Let's get to 5K before the end of the year. Like the video. Show some love on that side of the game, man. Comment on the channel. As always, love the interaction. Love to hear your perspective. This channel is built off of what y'all think, not what I think. I'm just reporting the news and trying to hear y'all perspective as always, man. Then notification game so you know whenever we're dropping anything on the Black Goose TV side of the game. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this article right here coming from Box News 24. And let's see if I said anything that was absolutely wrong, exaggerating, alleged, all that good stuff, man. Let's break it down. Coming from Chris Williams. Chris Colbert says a fight between him and Errol Spence's fighter, Frank Martin, will happen this year around September or October, and that he's going to beat him at lightweight. There we go. Colbert, 16-1, 6 KOs, who fights at 130, said he moved up in weight and faced the 27-year-old Martin, 16-0, 12 KOs at 135 for the fight. Afterwards, Colbert said he would decide whether to remain at lightweight or move back down to super featherweight to go after a world title. Colbert is coming off a disappointing 12-round unanimous decision loss to Hector Luis Garcia. I remember that. That was no one expected that to happen. Chris had been scheduled to challenge the WBA 130-pound champion Roger Gutierrez for his title, but he had to pull out due to coming down with COVID-19. Hector Garcia, 15-0, 10 KOs, replaced him and pulled off an upset with a one-sided 12-round unanimous decision win over Colbert. Garcia knocked Colbert down in the seventh and cruised to a victory by the scores 119-108, 118-109, and 118-109. I do the unexpected. I'm dead ass serious, said Chris Colbert to Freight Hype when asked how serious he is about fighting lightweight Frank Martin. I don't do too much talking on social media unless I know what's going to happen. It's going to happen. By the way, Chris Colbert did used to do a lot of talking on social media before that loss. I'm going to go up to 135, said Colbert. When told that Frank Martin fights at 135, I don't know yet. We'll see when said that the fight will actually happen or it's going to be a one-off of him staying there. After this dominant performance against Martin, we'll see how this goes. I really dominate everybody in my mind. My last fight against Hector Luis Garcia was a malfunction with my body and myself, and I paid for the course, right? Now it's time for me to come back and do what they think I can't do so they know that shit wasn't about nothing. He's a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, actually, but I see flaws that I can exploit, and that's what I'm going to do when the date gets set. Colbert said about Martin. I don't know what he does really well. He's a good fighter. That's what I can say. He's a good fighter, and come to the date, we're going to see who's the better fighter is. He did good, said Colbert when asked about his thoughts on Frank Martin's 10th round knockout win over Jackson Martinez last Saturday night. He got a little bit tired, but that comes with the sport. But he actually did good and dominate the kid like he's supposed to do and get him up out of there. When I beat him back to where I belong, and after that I make my decision, I'm going back down to 130 to get my belt, then defend it a couple times, then come back up to 135. It's scary to a lot of people. No, I just seen him on TV. Let's make it happen. I like that kind of shit. Earl Spence is a promoter, and he's talking it up the way he's supposed to be. So there's a whole lot going on with a lot of things that he's saying. I respect it. I'm not going to go too crazy into it because at the end of the day, I feel like that's enough. We heard enough from him because Chris Colbert, he's not in a great position at all. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be that guy, man. He was supposed to be one of the talked about young up and comers at 130 and hopefully moving up to 135. He was, he had a lot of promotional marketing behind him for him to be the next big thing. And unfortunately, he fumbled the bag like we were talking about against Garcia and just got absolutely whooped. Now, before that, a lot of people, remember he used to criticize Wilder. He had a lot of controversy behind him. And for him to say he doesn't really talk on social media, he did used to talk a lot on social media. So I do think Chris Colbert would take the Frank Martin fight. Why? Just like you said, he's not in the same division. It would boost his reputation. And if he just happens to upset someone like Frank Martin, who's still a little bit green, even though it shouldn't, come as like, oh my God, but because he's associated with Earl Spence, that's where that comes with. And that's sometimes the bad sometimes it's the luggage you got to carry when you're associated with a great fighter and they're doing their promotional thing, like Lawrence Okolie with Anthony Joshua. But you see Okolie's doing his thing, and I think Okolie and Eddie Hearn has some beef, but I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. But, anyways, what do you guys think about this? You guys interested in this topic at all? Me personally, Chris Colbert. I never was really the biggest fan of Chris Colbert. I thought he had, he was athletic. I thought he was naturally skilled, but I just didn't really see anything there when it came to disciplined wise. Not saying he didn't do what he was supposed to do when training and all that stuff, but it's just when I saw him in the ring, he just seemed a little too loosey goosey. You know what I'm saying? He seemed to just rely a little bit too much on his athletic ability rather than focusing on the fundamentals. And I just knew if he just stepped up in competition, it would be a problem with him. I think he's very talented. I think he has a bright future if he focuses on that talent and reins in on that. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? That can happen. It can happen. I do think Chris Colbert versus Frank Martin is a hard fight for Frank Martin because he's coming up. I did not watch his last fight. I have not seen him fight, to be honest with you, but I do know he's a little green around the gills. So that's actually a pretty ignorant statement from me. But at the end of the day, I just got to go with what I know. And what I know and what I've seen is Chris Colbert. And I think Chris Colbert is the better fighter from what I've seen. He's been in tougher positions, but I wouldn't be surprised if I go educate myself. Frank Martin seems to be a better fighter. That's my personal opinion. If you guys disagree with it, please let me know below in the comments, man. Don't be scared. Be aware. I got to know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Let me challenge it. You know what I'm saying? Fridays is tomorrow. So you already know I'm going to be on the Fluence Friday side of the game. We're going to be commenting. I don't know how late it's going to be. I don't know how early it's going to be, but we definitely doing Fluence Fridays. Respond to the comments tomorrow. So make sure y'all comment. Let me know what you got to think. So I can come back at y'all. You know, feel me? And make sure it's on point too, because I'm going to come back aggressively and ready. So let me know how y'all feel about this video, man. Hit that subscribe button as always, man. Road to 5K. You already know what it is, man. Stay absolutely blessed. Not stressed. Arnold Schwarzenegger side of the game. I'm going to be back with more boxing. Let me know the opinion. You already know what it is, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay